Before we wind our bobbin, first we need to retrieve it from the machine. Open up this little door in the front, and here's your bobbin case. Lift the tab and pull it towards you. And there's your bobbin. This machine uses class 15 transparent bobbins, so if you need to get more bobbins, make sure they are transparent class 15. Any other style of bobbin won't work well in this machine. Take your spool of thread and place it on the spool pin, and cap it off with your spool cap. Bring the thread to the first thread guide, and then bring it around the bobbin winding tension disc, and make sure the thread really gets underneath that screw. Bring the thread over to the bobbin winding spindle, and place the thread in the middle of your bobbin and out through one of the holes. There are holes on each side of the bobbin, so there's no real designated top or bottom. Snap the bobbin onto the bobbin winding spindle, and you'll feel it and hear it click into place. You'll want to make sure this is all the way on, or the thread might wind around this bobbin winding spindle itself. Move the bobbin winding spindle over to the right, and continue to hold this tail of thread while you wind. Press the foot control to start winding. When you bury the tail, clip the thread flush with the top of the bobbin. Then continue winding until the bobbin is full, or you're satisfied with how much thread is on your bobbin. Move the bobbin winding spindle back to the left, take off the bobbin, and trim the thread. Before we place our bobbin into the machine, turn your hand wheel towards you to make sure the needle is in the highest position. So place the bobbin into the bobbin case and pull on the tail. The bobbin will spin towards the right or in a clockwise motion. The first place we're going to put the thread is in this little notch, and then we're going to bring it under this plate to this opening, and you will feel it and hear it click in. Then pull on this tab and make sure this finger is pointed upwards or at 12 o'clock, and insert it into the bobbin holder. You'll feel it seat into the bobbin holder. Go ahead and leave this tail. We'll need it when we bring up the bobbin thread. If you've just inserted your bobbin into your machine, it probably looks like this with a thread tail hanging off. That's fine, and we'll come right back to that. Make sure your needle is in the highest position, and you'll be able to tell because the take-up lever will show at the top of the machine. Raise the presser foot, and come up to the top of the machine. After winding a bobbin, the top of your machine probably looks like this. So I'm going to take the thread off of the bobbin winding tension disc, and it's already in guide number 1. I'm going to bring it under this white thread guide and bring it down number 2, do a U-turn at number 3, and bring it up to number 4, which is the take-up lever, and bring it from the right over to the left, and you'll see the thread go to the eye of the take-up lever. It's very important that the thread ends up here or the machine will not sew correctly. Bring the thread back down to number 5 and put it behind the metal guide right above the needle. Push down on the built-in needle threader and bring the thread under and around that metal hook. Now the needle threader will be encompassing the needle on each side. Put the thread in between the prongs and continue to hold it for a little bit of tension, and release the built-in needle threader. There will be a little loop in the back, and pull the loop, and the needle is threaded. Now the last thing we need to do to complete threading our machine is bring up the bobbin thread. Hold the upper thread tail in your hand and turn the hand wheel towards you so that the needle goes down and all the way back up. Now if I pull on this thread tail, the loop of thread from the bobbin pops up. So I'm going to pull this up and bring both threads underneath the presser foot. And last, close this door. Now our machine is threaded. Let's test a stitch.